Hello, 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 hello. Good day, good day. What's happening? I have not been on here live streaming in quite a long time. I'm taking a quick walk before I end the day. I've been on Facebook a ton. Basically, what I'm trying to do on Facebook is the same thing I'm trying to do here with a little bit more. And somebody caught a fish. It's exciting when you catch your first fish. Probably not her first one, but it's always exciting. It gets more exciting the less you fish because the more you fish and the more you don't catch anything, the less, you know what I'm saying? They want to fish. So what's up, y'all? I'm out here. Check it out where I'm at. Doesn't really matter. But I hope you guys are doing well. I've been playing a lot of video games. You've been seeing that. Um, I just finished reading one book. Oh my gosh, that thing was destructive. um, been on Facebook a ton. Been inviting people to love their soul and not their roads. Just talk about what we've been, what I talk about here, the Bible, reconditioning mind, heart, body, soul, spirit, things of that nature. So I just wanted to come on and say hello. You already know, wake up on the cosmic in the house. Days up. I've been really super duper just hanging out, man. Really, honestly, just going to places due to my circumstances, right? I only get to do those kind of extracurricular activities certain times of the year. So this is a certain time of the year where I'm going to be bouncing on the weekends because I'm going to be tied up. Ooh, for the next couple of when I say couple of months, that's not even right. For the next half a year, I'm going to be tied down for the next half year. Like, I'm not going to be able to really do any videos. I'm not really going to be able to do any studying. I'm not really going to be able to do much on occasion, and again, I've been going on Facebook a lot because what I'm trying to do which is kind of like linking all three accounts to attempt to get that message out, but sometimes it really doesn't work that way. It never works that way, to tell you the truth, but that's what I'm doing. I've been on Facebook for the last couple of months, just really trying to send out messages, about, the stuff that I talk about, reconditioning the mind, the soul, heart, spirit, so on and so forth. Hello, hi. Come on in, you already know, love your soul, not your role. Wake up, reconditioning the mind, body, and soul. I am not a teacher, I'm not a psychologist, I'm not a psychiatrist. I am not none of those things. I'm merely a person talking about his experiences. Yo, check these out. You guys ever seen these? These are called love bugs. You see those? And they will definitely unalive you. No, I'm joking. So basically, there's two bugs attached at the end. I heard that they were that they're in abundance in May. Listen, your car will be full of these things. You will not be happy. But those are called love bugs if you have never seen them. Hello, hi. I do not know how to say that. Hi, Laura. Kiara. How you say that, bro? I don't know how you say your name. What's happening? Love you so much. Roll again. This channel's been around for a minute, man. I don't know if y'all see it. I've been on for like 12 years, maybe. I don't know. I can't really. But I've been playing video games. I've been playing Diablo 4. I just got that new pack. I didn't. I'm an old school cat, right? So they do these DLCs like unbeknownst to me. I'm playing. I'm trying to just learn the first Diablo 4. It's a lot of stuff, man, all that menu stuff. So right now I'm looking at this game as a menu game. If I can conquer the menu, I can conquer the game. What you guys think? I think that's what I'm thinking because I'm trying to play this game. It's not hack or slash, man. Last game I played like that was Ocean's 12. Never got to finish it, but I know that game was intricate, man. They even had like a gaming manual. So I've been doing that on this channel. It's Love Your Soul, Not Your Role. You already know Recondition. My name is Omni Cosmic. I play video games. I've been doing that lately a lot here. I've been talking about reconditioning on my channel. Today we just had a conversation about some stuff. I know today's a special day for certain people, but every day is a special day for everybody. So I'm here where I usually hang out at. This is Victory Point. You can see it right there. I'm in Claremont, Florida. Where are you? I hope you are doing well. Hope your health is well. Hope your mind state is doing good. That your family and friends are copacetic. I know that the world is out of control. But as long as your world is in control, you all right. Boats, you see them in this is a lake. This is Lake Mineola, I think. I don't know. There's so many of them. Yeah. You heard that leg slapping? Leg slapping going on. That the mosquitoes about to pop out. So I come down here almost every single day. Almost every single day. Thank you. Hey, Hillary Addison, 3265. Love your soul, let you roll. Hello, thank you for coming in. My name is Omni Cosmic. I haven't been on here in a while, so it looks like there's 42 people going in and out, coming up and down. Love your soul, not your roll. Like, share, subscribe, hit that notification bell. I play video games. I talk about reconditioning the soul, metaphysics, things of that nature. Science is pseudoscience as well. Doesn't matter. It's always going to change. As long as you got your perspective and your studies about what you are talking about, and you have something to stand on when you talk about it, then you can go ahead. But if you just have a POV, go right ahead and do what you do. Yeah, I was talking about earlier I was talking about some good stuff on Facebook. But I've been on Facebook a lot. I've been on Facebook a ton. On Facebook, I have a lot of my friends that I grew up with, people that I know that I grew up with, things of that nature, so I thought it was a little bit more important. Not more important. Let me not say that. Damn, these red ants are no joke. They're coming out in the droves, dude. I'm not walking on the grass no more. And I got sneakers and I got red ants all over the damn place. Why? That's one thing I don't like about Florida. I love the Gators, though. Not the team. What's going on? How's everybody doing? What's going on? I'm not really coming in here for any type of lesson or conversation or guide. I always say to myself, for every finger that you think I'm pointing at you, I'm pointing three back at me. This is my vlog. I come up here and I talk about things that I study, things that I've learned, things that I talk about, throughout my life as an elder person. On Facebook, I'm really talking about, people my age, who get my age, who are obese, who have diabetes too. Again, I'm not a doctor, I'm not a psychiatrist, I'm not a psychologist. If you got issues with your health, go see your doctor, please. And if you're married, go see your doctor, which is your wife or your husband or whatever. Now I was just talking about how to take care of yourself, how to participate in your health. Instead of just allowing yourself to be in pain, taking pills, and then just killing yourself from being on pills and not being able to figure out what's the problem. Why chronic pain is one of the things that I really like to talk about, because chronic pain is something that I don't wish upon anybody. That's the only reason why I talk about it, because I had it after I had cancer. I had pain, bone marrow pain. It's something that you do not want to have. You do not want to have bone pain. You do not want to have bone pain. You do not want to have bone pain. I would rather get shot and survive than have bone pain. Horrible. Absolutely horrible. So yeah, I had that. Lived through that. Talked about that. Still talk about it. Reconditioning, trauma as a child, things of that nature. So I learned to listen. I just learned to listen. And to every thought, to every silence, to every scream, to every awkward, to every moment, just listen. And to receive the message that was meant for me. It's there. I get it. So check this out. Time out. Fun time. Take that out. See him? I love that. I love when people do that. Hello, hi, Mario. What's up, man? How you doing, my friend? Thank you for coming in on a beautiful Sunday. It is late in the evening. Well, not late in the evening. It's about here in the good old US of A. This he's got a message there. That's pretty cool. It's all fun and games till somebody gets hurt. Well, at least he's over water. That's pretty cool, huh? That's the kind of stuff that I love to see. So yeah, anyway, there he goes right behind me. So what I was talking about just recently, I just want to talk about what I was talking about just recently. Like, I'm older, right? I'm an older dude. I don't know if you could tell, but if you want to guess my age, go right ahead. I don't have my hat on, so I look a little older. So what I've been seeing, what everybody been seeing it, JFK been seeing it, is the guy that's doing the health thing, seeing the older folks, right, like my age. From let's just say, yo, you was hanging out in the 90s and 80s and 90s. Let's just say that. And you hurting right now. You can't walk. You got diabetes. Your feet are swollen. Your lower back hurts. you're retaining water, you have uncontrollable headaches, your vision is poor, you have swelling all over your body, you can't breathe, you have sweats, all of that stuff. Let's just say you find yourself at this age, at that stage, right? Okay. So if you are who I think you are, who I'm talking to, right? So you already know that you need to exercise. So you're trying to say just like me, say, yo, I got all these problems. I had all these problems, all these physical problems I didn't have when I was working out. I was an athlete. I used to play basketball. I played in college. I played in high school. I played, like middle school. Played in high, like, not college. I didn't play like the professional college, but there anyway. I played every day. I had sports, combat sport, all kinds of sports, and never was obese until I got older. Then I got older. Then I started working, and I became obese. Then I started working these, odd jobs and stuff when I came down here. Then I got sick, whatever. I got obese, and I got sick, and other things happening. But I can't really talk about it because it's, I can't talk about it. But anyway, legal issues. So while I was going through that, I was going, medication, made my body weak. There are consequences to taking medications. You can't just take medication and not think there's a consequence. So heroin causes body pain, bone pain. So bone pain in conjunction with cancer is probably exponentially the most painful time that you can go through having this type of sickness. So anyway, I went through that. It was painful. I got rid of that. I got rid of the cancer. Literally, I lost weight. Then from all the medication they were giving me, the medication was increasing my blood pressure, my sugar, something. Basically, they gave me diabetes too. So what they were trying to do, they were trying to give me diabetes 2 medication, whatever, without my consent. But since I signed the papers, whatever. So I was like, no. They just gave me a disease. Now they gave me another one. Now that's 2 of them. I already have one naturally, right? That not naturally, but one that supposedly I was born, which I doubt. So I'm like, no. I came to the hospital to get better, supposedly, and now they're talking about I have diabetes too? No. That's the same thing. That was my initially when they told me I had cancer. That wasn't my response. My response was like, I didn't even sink in, bro. I didn't even know what that was. I was like, what the? And honestly, to be honest, I thought only white people got cancer. To be honest, honestly, ignorant, yes, but yeah. So, and even the type of cancer that they diagnosed me with several types of cancer, but the one one of them they diagnosed me was statistically, supposedly, at the studies at that point in time of me having cancer was that men or older white men over the age of 60 or something only had this type of cancer that they diagnosed me with. So I was a special case, and my age, whatever. And then they diagnosed me with something else. And at that point in time, I was like, yeah, they're playing with my life. They're experimenting on me just like they do with everybody else. So I took, aside from them helping me out and doing whatever they needed to do, I'm grateful, for a lot of the, the nurses and absolutely the doctors. But I took matters into my hands as well. I wasn't a victim of, and I wasn't, unwilling to with my treatments. I participated, I read, I learned most of the stuff, that in that state of mind, and you're sick, and when you're sick in that nature, and you don't really know anything about, none of us know anything about, unless you go to medical school, right? And you start learning about all these things, then you become, hypochondriac, then you get phobias, you got cancer, then you don't want to touch anything, you don't want to go, you don't want to be around anybody, it's just insane. The roads that you can go down when you have cancer and when you're on medications. So I had that. I had pain. Like I said, man, I'd rather get stabbed and shot and live than have chronic pain. Serious. Chronic pain is worse. So I was living with chronic pain. So I was taking medication. I'm like, I'm getting off of this stuff, man. Straight like that. I'm getting off of this stuff. I'm getting off all of this stuff. So I started working out. And working out, I'm talking about, I'm in extreme pain. I'm talking about 80% pain. Can't get up from the bed, but I'm getting up and I'm walking. Two sticks, what do you call those things? I don't even know what you call them. Canes. I don't even, 2 of them. I'm pushing myself, man. I am in pain. Walking down the street by myself with 2 canes in the summertime in Florida. Trying to get better, man. and I am in pain. I'm like, I don't care, man. I'm gonna walk and I'm gonna run after this and I'm gonna fly, but I'm not gonna die. I'm not gonna sit here and die. You're not killing me. So I gotta figure it out. I gotta be like, why am I in pain? So the doctor told me, certain things, chemical reactions or whatever. Blah, blah, blah. So I see people now, and they have these exact same symptoms that I was diagnosed with, right? And I'm not everybody's the same. Not your body's not gonna be able to cure, to help. Your knowledge. Your knowledge of self. That's what's gonna cure you. So I used all of that, right? So I see people my age and they're hurting and their bodies are swollen. And maybe even younger. And some people are born with certain diseases. I get it. I get that. I'm not ruling that out. But there are certain people who are hit with diseases at a certain age, and I get it. You've been going through life, and then all of a sudden everything's going bad, Boom, now you get this. Now you get this news that you got a disease. Possible terminal disease. What do you do now? Hello. I think I said hi to you already. What do you do now? After all of this, now you got to deal with this. If it wasn't for bad luck, you would have none. Am I right? So I went through that, man. I said, no. I'm not having this. I started reading. About self-healing, meditation, laughter, emotion, spirit, soul, religion, nature, medication, plants, fruits, flowers, meats, chemicals, everything. I started learning about everything. Air, how it interacts, my person, when I interact with somebody, how that goes. Listen, I started learning everything pseudoscience, scientific, metaphysical, just to heal myself. And guess what? You already know. Wake up. I'm here. Listen, right now I just got my blood test. There could be things lingering. I don't know. I don't care. I'm not thinking about it. If I think about it, I'm going to exacerbate it. If I exacerbate something negative, then it's going to become way beyond my control. If it's something outside of my control, I don't think about it. I don't care about it. It doesn't matter to me. I don't care. I keep on moving. I'm caring about me. I got to do it, because if I don't do it, then I'm going to lose focus. I'm going to lose sight of me trying to get to where I need to go, reconditioning from where I've been, right? So why I'm on Facebook? I'm on Facebook due to that, because the empathetic, it's empathy. It's all about empathy. That's what I'm working on, right? People, because I'm empathetic, and I've been through hell and high water with people who have abused me, people who have abused me, people who have abused me, people who have abused me. So I know that happens, and I know that happens to other people, because I know there are other people that have the same personality that I do. So I said, hold on, wait a minute. Let me get some knowledge in it. So I said, let me start studying about myself. And I didn't start studying about myself because I said, everybody else has these issues. I said, let me start studying about myself because I was married. This is what led me to this and many other things that culminated to get me to this point. So I was married 3 times. The third time I was like, hold on, I'm getting divorced again. What's going on? So I had to figure out what was going on. First I had, several self-diagnoses. So you can't do that because, you're not a professional. You diagnose yourself incorrectly. Then you're like, yep, I need to do this and I need this and I need that. That's incorrect. You're not a doctor. Even if you were, you got to take, even if you were, excuse me, I don't know how that came, what was that? Then you find ways to look, you read. I've been telling people, read a book. And if you don't understand it, if there's one little question, you don't have any discernment, there's one little question that you have about what you read, and ask somebody. Don't make any decisions that you don't feel comfortable doing. Don't do it. That's like, listen, take your life and your health as serious as you being the master of a big spaceship. And if you die, that spaceship is going to be gone. Your crew is done. You should think of your body in the same manner. You should be the captain of your ship. You should take care of your vessel in every single sense. You should learn about your body, your mind. You should learn. This is love your soul, not your role. There's gonna be a point where you're gonna be, man, I ain't trying to learn about this stuff no more. Can I live life now? And then you're just gonna be like, yeah. It ain't easy being cheesy, right? But you don't gotta be cheesy to get it. So when I see, I'm like, yo, you 50, man. So I made that decision. Why would I make that decision? What was the purpose? I want to live, man. I want to do stuff. I just learned how to ride a motorcycle 2 years ago. So if I was in the same condition I was, say, not even 2 years ago, like I was 300 pounds, dude. I couldn't breathe. Now I was starting to get sleep apnea with diabetes. I had cancer. Get out of here. Get out of here. What I look like? What I look like walking around with all this stuff attached to me? Get out of here. Get out of here. Say, I didn't go through all of this right now to be dying from it. No, I'm not. No, get out. I'm not doing it. I didn't do it, so I didn't do it. I learned and I meditated. And if I would have passed away while I was fighting for my life, then I would have passed away with the understanding, with the understanding and the completeness that I knew and I found out and I figured out. And it was things that I learned about, that I was learning about, that helped me get to the point where I was at. I just pushed my body too far. Or there was something that was imbalance that couldn't continue. But I tried. And I said, no, I'm not letting these. No, I'm not. And I say these people, that's just a phantom, phantom for not being able to describe exactly the doctors or, nurses. But I said, the doctors and nurses, I know that they tried their best. Look at me, I'm still here, man. And then they diagnosed me with that, and they try to give me these nasty pills, man, that made me be in the bathroom all the time. And I'm like, nah, man. So I did it. I got rid of it. I got rid of everything. I'm taking care of myself, and those things normally, sometimes they come back, sometimes they don't, but I don't care. I'm not worried about, something that's not here. I'm going to keep on going, keep it pushing, keep on moving. Now you got to keep on exercising. The older you get, the more you got to exercise. The more you have to move, because, you figure you 20, you like a magnum, a bullet, Batman. When you older, you like a BB gun when you get older. But you gotta walk, work. Do not sit down. Don't be sedentary at an older age. If you have certain pains in your body, man, your bones, in a particular area, check it out. Go get it checked. Doesn't mean you got to take medication. Doesn't matter. That's a lot of people. A lot of us go to the doctor and you scared of the doctor because you got a white coat on, because you don't know nothing and he's smarter than you. He went to college. Y'all be. Don't listen. You a human. You a person too. You ask him questions. This is your body. He's trying to give you stuff for your body. You need to find out. You need to figure out what is that. What is it going to do? What are the consequences? What's the benefits? You need to do that, especially at your age right now. And if you ain't telling nobody, if there's something going on, like if, let's just say, you can't use the bathroom. Let's just say you got a pain, but you don't want to tell nobody because you a dude. You know what I'm saying? Or I could deal with this pain. You better tell somebody. If you got a knot in your leg, or if you got some uncomfortability and you're older dude, somewhere, or not somewhere, you can't breathe, or you got chest, you better tell somebody. You better, forget about man up, you better tell somebody. Because your body is critically at this point, you especially if you were burning it, the candle at both ends, man, when you were young, you better tell somebody. You better say, hey, I don't feel good. I got trouble breathing, because you will pass away quick. You've been on this earth for 50 years. 60 years, however old you are watching this video, got to be a little older. And you think about, or you tore your body up, in and out, upside down, all the way around. Listen, this is a V-Rod. Is it a Boulevard? Boulevard. It's a Harley. Yeah. So you've been burning your body. You've been, man. And regeneration doesn't happen. Right? You're not getting enough sleep. You're burning the candle at both ends. You're living life. You're working. You got family. You're doing things. You never get that chance to regenerate. So when you're getting older, you don't got much to do as you used to when you were younger. Now your body starts to chill. Now, now all of that. So this is when you need to slow down. Slow down, bro. Slow down. I don't know a lot of us, man. I don't know. I haven't been in touch with anybody, but for me to be alive right now, a lot of people tell you it's a miracle. Father God will tell you it's a miracle. So I'm trying to give some before I go. And if y'all can get it, you can get it. If you don't, then keep on trying. Don't ever give up. If you find yourself in the darkness, you best believe Father God is always going to be there with you. He ain't never let you down. He ain't never going to let you go. And you are the light in that darkness. Don't look outside of you for some light. The light is not outside of you. That darkness is around you because it's waiting for you to brighten up. Wake up, wake up. You already know, love your soul, not your road. And take your time. Take your time. Not everything happens in one day. It took 9 months for you to be born. Right? So take your time. Relax. I don't even know where to begin. I haven't been here a while. I don't recognize anyone. I know these are you guys are random folks. You just scrolling. I get it. But yeah, hello to those. I used to come on here every morning, read the Bible. I'm gonna do it again. I'm just, life, right? Life. So I have to account for that when I'm trying to stream and I'm not getting paid for it, because I have to run my own life. And the only reason the only reason I'm doing it, first of all, I like video games, and I think the things that I know that I've learned that possibly it might help someone out, honestly. And I can't just sit around, I'm just kind of person, like I can't just sit around and see this kind of stuff and not say anything, Like for instance, someone the other day said that in 2027, all vehicles sold in America are going to have surveillance. Is that true? Does anybody know? Is there somebody on here that knows that that's true? Can you give me an article and put it on here and tell me that that is actually what's going to happen with cars in America, that they're going to have surveillance cameras? I mean, they already do have cameras, but they're just going to make them so they can watch you, which they already do. They're just letting you know. So what I said to this individual was like, they're going to put cars, don't get a 2027. Said, listen, people love being recorded. People love being on TV. People love attention. That's the new currency. So because that they know that they conditioned you to want attention just by in school, I want to be in the limelight. They're going to put cameras everywhere. And Americans don't care about that. That's why nobody's fighting about anything, because nobody cares. No, you guys don't care. You have everything that you want. So why should you care about anything else? That's why they keep on doing what they're doing. And they're going to keep on doing it. And nobody's going to do nothing. And even if you try, that term is too late. It's been way too late. You guys have been programmed already to accept being online, to accept being watched, to accept being looked at, to accept being in the public eye. So if I put a camera in your back, guess what you're going to do? You're not going to, in a couple of years, this whole planet is going to be on one big camera. And it is now, anyway. And you're not going to care. So people like me, older people, well, not older people, but we've been around, we see things. We know that people, when they abuse their powers, how they begin to do that. And it takes years. So they already accustomed you to being online, dancing, showing your children online, twerking, and you with everything that's going on, you got the nerve to put your kids online so that these people can see them. They know everything, where you are, where you're going, where you're going to be, where your kids are, when they can. Just listen. And so now it's gonna be mandatory that you get a vehicle that has these cameras in them. Supposedly, I'm not even sure. So if you find that article, please put it on there somewhere. But again, even if it was true, you guys wouldn't care about that, because you were already reprogrammed to like to be recorded. So everything that they're doing to you, you already been programmed to accept it. I can go on and on about the things that they're doing, and you're accepting it. Because so did we. And so did the folks before them. And it's going to continue. And nobody's going to do nothing about it. That's what I keep on saying. And even if you did do something about it, guess what's going to happen? Everybody's going to end up dead. So everybody's that's fighting for a right. Everybody's that's fighting for a speech. Everybody that's fighting for freedom. Hello? So what's the point? What's the point of you fighting? What you going to fight? But you're going to fight. You're just going to come back and fight anyway, because you're going to come back. It's going to be the same damn thing. The same thing. You're not going to be a unicorn. You're not going to be a guy. You're not going to be a dinosaur. You're not going to be a dog. You're not going to be a rich person. You're going to be the same exact DNA that you are right now, because you don't know how to change it. They know how to change it. They just injected stuff in you to change it. They know how to change it, but you don't know how to do that. But you actually really do, but you don't. Those are the things that you know naturally. This is the kind of things I'm trying to tell you guys. You can reshape anything. When you use your godliness, when you use, all of your mind and your heart, and you listen to the sounds and frequencies. It sounds dumb, right? People say, oh, look at that mumbo jumbo. But I'm telling you, my friend, that I used it, and I use it every day, and it helps me. And I have lived, and I have overcome cancer, diabetes, just by listening and reading and taking into action all of the things that I've learned about. and applying them. I wouldn't be so. Why would somebody be saying something? I know why people would say things like this, because they want to mislead people, right? Because they want to control the way people think, and they want to get rich off of them, and they want to make money off their stupidity and off their malevolentness, and off of their weak-mindedness, and and off their naive, and off their kindness, and off their empathy. That's what they do. They will use you. They will use you until they can't use you no more. They will sacrifice your life, your children, all of you, until they can't use you no more. Then they're still living off of you, and you're dead. And all your family and all your kin and everybody's dead. And they're living off of what? Nothing. Because they're gonna die too. Everything here goes. Like that's the reason why they can't maintain control continuously, because they have to pass away. Whether it be 1,000 years, 2,000 years, you can't even count that. This information, this timeline and this time frame has been so convoluted that nobody knows what time frame they're really on. Nobody really cares. And if you spend time to try to find out the truth, you're just gonna go crazy. So go ahead, play video games. And keep on twerking. All right, keep on making cat videos. It's all good, right? But they can take everything. They can have everything. They can have all this stuff. Fuck all this stuff. They can have, excuse my French, but they can't have your soul. Don't let them have your soul. Don't let them have your soul. Don't let them have your soul, man. Please. Love your soul, not your soul. Let them have everything. Yo, keep it. You want the gold, the glimmy, the glammy, take it. I'm keeping my soul. Ain't nothing like that. Ain't nothing like your soul. You are unique. You are unique out of everything on this planet. Out of all of this stuff, you're unique. Yo, that's enough in itself to make you feel like a god. You're unique. There's nothing else like you. There's nobody that thinks like you. There's nobody that sees. Now, if look at that vibrational. See, hear that bell? They don't ring the bells anymore, because bells bring out high vibration. Bells bring out healing. But nobody says that. Nobody knows that it's taken away. Nobody investigates. Nobody cares. Everybody wants to twerk. Everybody wants to make money online. Everybody wants to be. Nobody wants to save their soul. Because you're in hell. And you've been taught you don't have a chance in hell to save your soul. Somebody else got to do it for you. Somebody else is going to save your soul. That's why you do what you do. Because somebody already paid for your sins. What? You got to be kidding me. You think that's true? Read the Bible, please. Please read the Bible. And don't study the Bible. Don't be reading the Bible and say, yeah, I read the Bible. No. Study it. It don't take that long. Because I'm going to guarantee you, you're going to get to a point where I'm not reading this crap no more. Or you're going to be like, oh my gosh, it's going to finish it. And then you're going to go read on something. But it's just religion. It's just a square. It's just a folded up cross to crucify your time, to take your time, to take your time. Wake up, wake up. Love your soul, not your soul. Hey, come on in. I'll be probably a couple of days, maybe in the morning. Who knows? I'm going to go play video games. If you find something interesting, let me know. Love your soul, not your role. Wake up, wake up. Omni Cosmic in the house. I will see you on the next one. Maybe tomorrow. Who knows? Maybe not. But I am going to go home now and plug in. So check me out. Okay? Thank you for joining. Like, share, subscribe. Hit that notification bell. Father God loves you. Don't you forget that. Peace. How do I stop this? Oh, here it is. I think I'm on Facebook.